Hey guys, and today I'm doing a video about trees and just random things I think about them, and I don't know why, because sometimes I just have random thoughts about things. And if this does well, I mean, well on my channel is over 3 views, so, or you know, like 2 likes or something. But if it does well, I might make it into a series about just weird thoughts I have about things. But this one's just about trees, because I was just thinking about trees for some reason, and, well, like, you know, trees are alive, because they do stuff that, like, I'm pretty sure they are alive. That's like a known fact about trees. Or at least some of it's alive, obviously. Like, not all of it, but like, I don't think the wood is alive, but it might be, but some of them are alive. And it always made me think, if trees are alive, are they just like stuck there for eternity? Like, do they just see a black void and it's just them being a tree? Or can they like see? But that wouldn't make any sense because they don't have eyes. Like, I'm even thinking about new things that I talk about. It's just so weird. Like, if they are alive, then like, it's just how? Because trees shouldn't be, but they must be because of some of the things they do. But like, I'm trying to not sound really dumb here. Everything I say will sound dumb because it just isn't bright. But like, without thinking about it scientifically, there's probably some science that like explains everything. But like, it's just so peculiar. Because if the trees are alive, then they'd just be there forever, just doing nothing. Like, that'd be so boring. And like, being a tree just sounds terrible. And I wonder if you pull like a leaf off a tree, is that like pulling a human's hair off? Because that'd just be horrible, but people do it. And if you pull a branch off a tree, is that like torture? And cutting down trees be murder? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And oh, it's so. Like, if they're, like, they're probably not alive how humans are alive, but like, if they are alive, they must have some sort of senses. And like, what if the trees get fed up with us all, like, pulling off their, like, leaves and branches and cutting them down, and they make a tree rebellion against us? What if the trees actually do come to life, like, proper alive, and just walk around and murder everyone? What if they do that? Because if they're alive, that should be something that, well, I guess not, because you don't have to have legs to be alive, I guess. Yeah, that's true, you don't necessarily need to be able to do that. But you don't necessarily need to be able to do those things to be alive. Yeah. But you'll still be able to at least, like, can they feel things? Because don't we have, like, stuff inside, like nerve sensors that like tell us when we're in pain and what we're feeling? So would trees not have them? But it seems weird, like, if you're alive, like, they wouldn't really be alive. Like, could trees start a rebellion? What would trees do? What if the trees just started like destroying our buildings, and like, they wouldn't even have to reveal it for ages. Like, imagine if you were just walking around, a tree just comes alive. You'd probably, like, die of a heart attack or something. So the trees could just reveal themselves to people walking alone in woods, and then they'd just die. And then the tree would, like, go back to being hidden, like, standing still until the next person comes around. And then when that person comes, they come, and they get killed too by the trees. And then they wouldn't have to reveal themselves because everyone who sees them walking around would just die. Oh look, it's an identical twin, and we both fell. But just trees are so peculiar when I really think about them. Obviously there's some smart science that just explains all of this away, but like there's got to be something in humans that lets them do all these things that just trees wouldn't be able to do. But like, it's still just weird. I feel like they must be able to, like, cause what is actually the meaning of being alive, because I just assumed it's like being a human or animal, you know, you see, you feel, but like, technically if trees are alive, they don't have all that stuff, so what does the definition of being alive even mean? Like, living, I guess, but like, there's so many things you need to really be living, like being able to see and feel. You know, they're kind of vital parts of it, whereas if a tree couldn't do that, would it really be alive? Because it wouldn't be able to feel anything, do anything. I guess its roots do move underground though, so they must be alive. But then how do they know where to move? But I guess people can be blind and be alive, but... I was about to just talk about trees, and I've gotten myself all confused about them, like what it means to be alive. Yeah, because a blind person can be alive, but they're not dead just because they can't see. So in the same way, a tree could still be alive without being able to see, logically. But like, I don't know, without being able to do so many things that humans can do, I just don't, like, it wouldn't be a proper life. Because if they truly would have to deal with all these things, I mean, not deal with anything that humans have to, like, eat. Do they have to eat? I guess, do trees eat the sun? Is that a thing they do? No, trees don't, wait, yeah, because they get, like, power off the sun. Photosynthesis, and looks like they're eating, and then people have to water them. I guess regular trees naturally get rain, but like people who want their plants to survive usually water them, so they can't. They do need to eat and drink, so yeah, they must be alive, because if they weren't alive, they wouldn't have to do that. But like, what is their life? Like, could I theoretically, as a person, say reincarnation was real? Because like some religions believe it. I don't really know much about what they think about reincarnation, but just say it is real. Like, theoretically, if I was reborn as a tree, what could I do? Like, could I? But would trees? No, there's no way they can just move. That wouldn't make sense. If they really wanted to, no. Yeah, because the tree's brains don't have minds, it's only the roots, and the roots wouldn't be able to pull the whole tree if the tree wasn't alive to want to move itself. Be like, I don't know, fingers trying to move your entire body. That's what that would be like. And that just wouldn't work in, like, an actual context, I guess. Like, if the rest of your body was just dead and only your fingers were alive, and just trying to move your entire body, that just wouldn't work. I don't know, though. I suppose in some way. Yeah, trees are so weird. Like, just being a tree just seems like the most horrible thing ever. Because even if only the roots are alive, they can't see anything, they can't feel anything, I don't think. They just kind of move around and collect. So, but I guess, no, because you water the tree. Or, yeah, because the wood isn't alive, but there's got to be something inside the tree, or else the roots wouldn't collect the nutrients for the tree. I don't know that much about plants and science and all that stuff, but like, there must be something else apart from the roots that's alive. I kind of want to Google it. I'm going to Google it after this. Gee, I have like a little thing, like, that I just thought about what I'd say, because I thought about trees before, but the more I talk about them, they're so weird. But they just do so many peculiar things that, like, means they should be alive, but then also, if they are alive, that's just horrific. Like, imagine how much you'd suffer being a tree. And assuming they can't feel pain, which I'm going to assume they can't, because they wouldn't have, like, nerve cells and things. Oh, it's so weird. I just can't. Trees are the most complex thing in the human world, and anyone who tells me differently, I disagree with, because, jeez, these trees have got me thinking about more than I have in ages. Well, I have thought about things in ages, but like, more about, like, deeper into things, I guess, than I have in ages. It's peculiar. I never thought I'd think this much about a tree in my life. Like, never did I ever, but I never thought I would ever think this much about a tree. Now, I really want to finish this parkour, but I have nothing else to say about trees, so we're going to have to anticlimactically end it on level 19 out of 20. So, trees are weird. Trees are so strange, but thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you all.